So my name is Justyna. Thank you for introducing me. I work as a group product manager at DeepL. And something that's, I guess, makes sense to mention is that I used to be a developer. So because of that, I often ended up working with the more back-endy or infrastructure-related teams as a product owner or product manager. Something I had a chance to observe in my career many times is that when these teams hear for the first time ever that they have to start working with product, that they are getting a product owner, they should work together as a team, not everybody doing their own stuff, that they should maybe consider using Scrum, the biggest fear they have is it's the end of refactoring. So they basically think that the presence of a product owner means there's just feature, 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 no more refactoring. On the other side, product owners can be quite uncomfortable with refactoring because not every one of them have a technical background. So they often don't fully understand the goals of refactoring. And they can apply a wide range of strategies to deal with that. On one end of the spectrum, you have no refactoring. Sometimes it makes sense. If it's a small project, you are handing it off to the client and forget, sure, we do it. On the other end of the spectrum, you have product owners who will say, I don't understand it, but I trust my engineers, so if they say that refactoring is necessary, let them do it. What I want to argue for here is that refactoring, like any other activity that's undertaken by a product development team, must have business value. There was a talk today about the cost of delay. So the cost of delay is one of the methods that you can use to quantify the value of refactoring. But basically, there are good and bad reasons to do refactoring or correct and incorrect reasons. So on the good side, if you realize that 2 months pass between when a new developer joins and they do their first commit because of how complex the code base is, this is probably a good reason to refactor. When you have a very old library, there are no longer security patches being created, you should probably consider doing that. But if your developer goes to a conference and comes back and says, I learned about this awesome framework, this awesome new method, we have to rewrite everything, this is not a good reason. If you ask someone to write a function and then you catch them 3 modules away, changing the naming convention, this shouldn't be happening. So this is basically the first and main point of what I want to say. Refactoring must have value and business value, basically, and it usually does, but you have to understand it. And then the second and smaller point is this. As I said, very often product owners, and by the way, do we even have product owners in the room? Can you raise your hand if you're a product owner? This is reassuring, thank you. So very often they even try to ask, okay, so why do you want to do this? But they receive an answer which they don't understand, and they are not always comfortable saying, hey, I don't understand it. And there's something I learned way too late in my career, which is if I don't understand something, there's a chance I'm stupid, but there's a bigger chance that it doesn't make sense. So I have seen this backfire. I have seen situations where I didn't speak up, that I didn't understand something, and then it crashed and burned for the reasons that I was thinking of. So basically what I want to encourage you to do, you, the product owners, is if you don't understand why they want to do it, ask again, and ask as long as it takes to understand. Tell them, explain it to me like I'm 5. If it makes sense, it can be explained to an intelligent person. So this is my second point. There are different ways to do refactoring. You can have a separate item on the roadmap. You can dedicate a percentage of the sprint to refactoring. You can make it a part of definition of done. Many, many ways. But what I want to stress here, just to repeat the 2 main points. 1, refactoring must bring business value. And 2, if it makes sense, it can be explained. Thank you.